What's up, good people? This is Quiet as Kept the podcast. I'm Fred, yours truly.
I am Jose Got Beats.
And I'm Macy Mac 3 Stacks.
And we're here at Atlanta Hip Hop Day 2024 with a young lady. Day two, right?
Day two.
Day two. It's a little cloudy, but the breeze is good. So I had to chase this young lady down. She was trying to leave because she said, like, when it rains, she has to, like, hide or something like that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
She might melt. I mean, she's brown sugar. So.
With a little bit of honey, you know.
Okay.
I don't like that.
So go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
My name is Cele.
And where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, RAYOFCELE. That's RAYOFCELE.
Okay, and you hit the stage a little bit earlier, right?
Yes, sir.
How was the energy up there?
I feel like if you bring the energy, you got to create it. A lot of people, they ain't just gonna warm up to you. They're gonna try to see what you're about. So if you meet the energy with what you want, you're gonna get what you want.
Absolutely. Okay. So what kind of artistry do you have? Like, what kind of music do you create?
Okay, so right now I am going through a rebrand, but more so a more intentional rebrand. I'm making like gospel soul music because I feel like, with what I believe in, it's up to me to express that, And nowadays, a lot of people don't have music that is healthy for your spirit, that you could digest and it still be good.
Right.
I think when people think of gospel music, they think of church music and all the other stuff. Like, no, I want to trick you into listening to God, but not in a way in which that you don't like it, but a way in which to be like, okay, like, I mess with what you talking about.
I love that. I mean, you know what the crazy part is? I really enjoy gospel music, but I think some people have a disconnect to where they don't think it can be like radio play or something that they can listen to in the club or driving down the street. They think of, 90s, early 2000s gospel, and that's it.
I just think that, with the way that times change with music, in certain genres, it has to change. It doesn't have to change, but it has to evolve as well.
Right.
And it's like if me and my community of Christians want to bring more people into our love for Jesus or our love for what we believe in, we have to make it so it's digestible to today's time.
I am.
Right. So what does that creative process like when you're making that type of music, but you want to make it current, like you said, and have it evolve for today's time?
Well, the gift comes without repentance. So I do thank God for the gift of being able to make music.
Okay.
I think it's just a matter of being intentional. I think my biggest thing was, how would I feel about children reciting to me what I'm spitting out to them?
Right.
And I have to make it so it's like, okay, is this going to edify you or is it going to tear you down? Is it going to take you to a higher place or is it going to bring you back a couple steps?
Right.
So I think that creative process is, one, tying my actual experience, because I think people separate Christians from being human beings. I'm not holier than thou. That is the goal, but I'm still human. I still fall short. I still have to grow in certain areas, and I'm only 24, so I had a life I lived, but it's just I'm choosing to go a different route. I think it's just being a millennial helps because I can still communicate with young folks and older people. So I think that helps blend the two areas where I feel okay, I don't want my music to just be for kids. I don't want my music to just be for my people. I want everybody to be able to tap in and receive what it is that I'm saying.
Okay, so who are your influence?
Ooh, okay, Minnie Riperton.
Okay,
nice.
Okay. You old soul over here.
Just a little bit.
You're not 24. You're 48?
Mind your business.
My bad. Sorry.
But you good. Jasmine Sullivan for sure, music soul child. Granted, those are two people that came from where I'm from. And
Wait, you from Philly? What part?
Listen, I am a county kid, but I grew up in the north side.
Montgomery?
Yes, you already know.
Okay, I have family over there.
All right, bet. So you already know.
Yeah, I know.
But even with music like that, I think people look at Philly as such a struggle place to be from, but they made it something it's very artistic. It's so much art and creativity coming from Philly.
It's plenty out there.
Oh my gosh. So I just had to rep my set.
Okay, all right.
So you talk about doing a rebrand. How are you able to discern that this was the time to do the rebranding? And were you still in a Christian era-based musical style, or were you doing, worldly music?
I was most definitely doing worldly music. I'm not gonna sit up here and lie on this podcast.
Okay.
Lord is watching. But The difference came in was when, like, you know, I did get baptized like a year and a half ago.
Okay.
It was a brand new experience for me, and I lied to you not. Like, that was the shift for me. I was like, okay, like, God is real. Like, this is not a joke. And, like, he met me in a place where it's like, you know, like, God will meet you in your darkest times when nobody else is around.
Right.
So it's like, if he gonna bless me in my private, who am I to hide him in my public?
Right.
So it's like, I had to be able to give my gift back to him. Granted, it came with some, like, I don't know if I want to do this.
Right.
But that's the whole point of, like, dying to your flesh. Like, I had to realize that my gift is not just for me. Once I make it about myself, I leave out the person who gave it to me and what he gave it to me to do. You know, I feel like each and every one of us got a gift that's supposed to bless other people.
Right.
So I had to get out of myself and realize that, you know, okay, if this is something that I sincerely want to do, I'm going to have to be of service to the people who are listening to it. I can't just make my music for me, because then I'll be the only person listening to it.
Right. Right.
So as far as conferences and performances, what kind of places do you look to perform at in the future? Do you want to do like more festivals like this to put your music out to where it maybe not usually would have been like sent out to, or do you want to do more niche?
I want to do like kind of like a blend, because I do think that, like, you know, being in a Christian environment, it'll mostly help like young people, like pull them closer instead of push them further away. But also being in environments like this, you never know like who your music could touch. Like
Right.
They could be like, okay, I've never heard people talk about Jesus like this, or I never heard people talk about their belief like this in this environment. So like, I've been in environments where all they doing is smoking and drinking. I'ma still talk about Jesus.
Okay.
And I've been in environments where it's like, you know, it's a more like calm environment, you know, where it's nothing but people my age, probably not even really having discussions about the Lord. So it's like, you know, I get it all the time. Like, it's a creative way that you're doing it, and I value that. So.
Right. So, what about Christian music? Do you have any people in there that you kind of gravitate toward, that you listen to? I know there's like, for me personally, I like Taylor Gray, I like Swoop, I like Lecrae, different people like that. Who do you kind of gravitate towards to in gospel Christian music?
So don't shoot me. But
I'm not.
I just started recently listening to music similar to what I create.
Okay.
So a couple of artists that I've gravitated toward is Madison Ryan Ward.
Okay.
I love her sound.
Yep.
Also, I think it's pronounced Sunday.
Okay.
I love his music because it's like, you know, he's like a Christian Smino.
Yeah.
Or like,
I do
and
love
like,
Smino.
right. So it's like something I can throw on while I'm cleaning. I can do this and still get jiggy to it.
Right.
But I'm still like exploring that realm of like music, because I do want to educate myself with and like cleanse my ear canals of what I'm so used to like listening to.
Yeah.
So like, it's still a journey, but so far Madison Ryan Ward and Sunday are my favorites.
Yeah, I actually got a buddy I grew up with. We went to the same church, you know, but he has the same struggle. He's like a Kanye fan. He's a producer. He loves to rap, but he's actually doing gospel music. But he sounds almost like a Kanye / Chance the Rapper, and he's really done really well with it. And I think I want to try to connect y'all. I think it would be really good.
Please.
So yeah, make sure we connect social media, and I'll put you guys together for sure.
For sure.
Yep. So I know it's a battle. I know the struggle.
But I do think like that's the whole point of what we're doing. Like, granted, like if you think about it, Jesus didn't always hang out with Christians. He
Right.
went to the streets to go get the sinners, people who were on the street, people who didn't know him, the people who weren't really like interested in digesting him, but
Right.
they ended up loving him. So I think that's like essentially like my due diligence. I'm not supposed to always be in a crowd where people who are already knowing Jesus. Like, the whole point is to bring people into where I'm at.
Right.
So if you already where I'm at, like, granted, you can enjoy my music, but what is it really doing for you?
Right. So Jose's a producer. He's a DJ. What type of production do you look
wear a lot of
for,
hats.
or those types of
A lot
things?
of hats.
Right.
Editor.
If I'm being honest, like I'm just now educating myself as far as music, but I'm looking for like neo soul beats,
Okay.
type of thing, like something I could vibe to. But I'm also a rapper, so I don't mind like, you know, conscious rap type beats, you know,
Okay.
little J. Cole, something like that, you know.
Hey, a little Rhapsody.
Yeah, yes, you get me.
I am cultured, okay? I'm very cultured. Jean Grey. You know, you know. But I got you. We'll exchange. info, and I'll send you something.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
For sure. So we do like a pick type situation. We give you two options. You have to pick one. You like your lemon pepper wet or dry?
Dry.
Okay, that's been the like overwhelming response. People like the dry lemon pepper.
I ain't gonna lie, Lena lemon pepper everything.
Right.
On the fish, on the chicken.
Jesus, I don't
down
lemon pepper it
spaghetti.
out.
All right, I got a good question. Since you're from Philly, what's the best spot in Philly, in Atlanta for Phillies?
Y'all don't want to ask me that question.
Why not?
Because I feel like it's not ever going to compare. Because out here, it's steak sandwiches. It's not a cheesesteak.
I got you.
No. There's
Literally
all
just said that.
There's a spot that actually does it pretty good. I just want to see if you actually went there.
I went to Big Dave's. I'm personally not a fan. It's okay. But I did go to this place in like Chattahoochee Food Works, and I think it's like Food Hall, one of the two.
Yeah,
but
I know what you're talking about, but I didn't see a Philly place in there, so
it's right in the middle, like towards the back. They sell water ice. I came out here and kept saying water ice, and nobody knew what I was talking about.
Yeah, there's no Ritas out here.
I was like, what do you mean you don't know what water ice is? It's Italian ice. I was like, you have to say all that?
Right.
yeah.
Right.
There's not one Ritas here, but my dad got a cheesesteak spot in Stone Mountain. It's spot on.
I would like to try it.
It's really good.
It is good.
Okay. We got three.
We don't do cheese whiz though.
Respectfully, thank you.
Yeah. We don't do
Any
cheese.
place that does cheese whiz is a crime. And you deserve prison time for that.
Yeah. We got the handcuffs and everything.
Yes, send that man to jail.
All right.
So,
Well, on our show, we do this thing called Quiet as Kept, and it could be like your slogan, your life motto, or something that you feel like the people need to know. So you just say Quiet as Kept, and then you say what you say.
Okay. I got one.
All right.
All right. Quiet as kept. Let your gifts give you freedom so that your light shines brighter.
Amen to
Ooh.
that.
all right.
I might have liked that better than anyone.
I know you're doing your thing. You might need to get me a little deaconess or something.
I'm trying. My ministry is in music. So.
All right. With that being said, this is Quiet as Kept. I am Fred, yours truly.
And I am Jose Got Beats.
And I'm Macy Mac3 Stacks.
And go ahead and tell them where they can find you. Tell them where your music's at and all that good stuff.
All right. So right now I don't have no music out. So just stay tuned for the end of the year for sure. But you can follow me on Instagram again. That's RAYOFCELE. RAYOFCELE.
All right.
All right. She sang that for y'all.
Doing my thug thizzle.
We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. God bless.